A pleasant morning to all the young and vibrant Valenzuelanos who are present today. Let me ask you questions. Have you experienced wanting to shout because you are irritated? Or have you tried punching the wall because you are extremely angry? Have you thrown things because you are upset about something? Extreme emotions like anger usually gets the best out of us. We tend to do things which oftentimes we regret later. Like shouting at your mother, hitting your classmates, or sometimes even hurting yourself. The saddest part is even without the presence of negative emotions, just by overthinking or thinking too negatively, you tend to lose control of yourself. In today's lesson, my dear Valenzuelanos, you should be able to evaluate your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors and show its connection to actual life situations. I have here two kinds of beverages, a soda and a bottled water. When you try to shake a soda, what do you think will happen? Comment down below. Very good. It will burst and explode when you try to open it. How about when you shake a bottle of water? You are right. As if nothing happened, it will just come back to its original form. How about if we put a Mentos to the soda? Very good. Even without shaking the soda, it will still explode and burst. We deal with emotions differently. Just like a soda will explode when you shake it. When dealing with a negative experience, some people explode by reacting negatively and harshly. Moreover, some are like soda with Mentos. They tend to explode because of overthinking and putting negative thoughts in their head. On the other hand, just like shaking a water, some people remain calm and peaceful when facing difficulties. At this point, let us explore your thoughts, your feelings, and behavior by discussing a technique used by a well-known psychologist named Albert Ellis. The ABC model stands for letter A, activating events. These are the challenges or problems that you are facing, like failing a test or losing a loved one. How about you, my dear students? What are your letter A's in life or the problems that you are facing right now? B is for belief. These are your thoughts and interpretation of event. Like believing that you will fail a subject because you failed on a test. Or thinking that is the end of the world because your boyfriend, girlfriend broke up with you. How about you, Valenzuelanos? How do you interpret your current problems? And letter C, for consequences. These are your behavioral or emotional response, like dropping out of school because you failed on a test, or hurting yourself because of a breakup. This model will help you notice your negative thoughts, feelings, and behavior, and then reshape them in a more positive way. It will also teach you how your thoughts, emotions affect your behavior. Once we understand our behavior through the ABC model, in order to create a positive change in our behavior, we can add the letters D and E. Letter D stands for dispute. These are your questions, your arguments that challenge your previous negative or irrational belief. Like asking yourself, does failing a test mean that you will fail in all your subjects? Will it be the only test that you will take? Don't you have any other means or chances to make up for it? Or when your BF or girlfriend broke up with you, does this mean that is the end of the world? You never know. You will never find another partner. will you never be able to move on with your life? And letter E for effective new belief. These are more positive and effective behaviors or responses which resulted from a reasonable and rational thinking about the activating event. Like thinking that you are not a failure. Even you fail on a test, you can still be successful. Even if you fail a test. Or thinking that there's still happiness. Despite being single, and you can focus more on your family and friends. Let us review the important concept that we discussed. Letter A for activating events. These are the challenges or problems that you are facing. Letter B for beliefs. These are your thoughts and interpretation of event. Letter C for consequences. These are your behavioral response. Letter D for dispute. These are your questions or arguments that challenge your previous negative irrational belief. And letter E for effective new belief. These are more positive and effective behavior or response which resulted from more reasonable and rational thinking about activating event. Always use the ABC model when facing difficulties, trials, and adversities. As I end our discussion, I want to share with you the story of the two. One evening, an old Jericho told his grandson about a battle that goes inside of people. He said, "My son, the battle is between the two wolves inside us all. It is a terrible fight between two wolves. One is evil, envious, sorrowful, regretful, greedy, arrogant, self-pitiful, resentful, inferior, full of lies, full of pride, superior in ways, and full of ego. The other is good. He is joyful, peaceful, full of love, hope, serenity, compassion, and faith. The same fight goes inside you and inside every other people. The grandson thought about it for a minute and then asked his grandfather, "Which wolf will win?" The old Jericho replied, "One that you feed." Knowing which wolf to feed is the very first step towards recognizing that you have control over your own self. At this point, I will be answering some of your questions. Please comment down below. Okay, let me read it for you. Question number 1 from Ira. Sir, I am always angry like a beast when I'm hungry. What should I do? Ira, science and psychology would tell us that we become irrational thinkers when we are hungry and most likely lead us to become reckless in our action. I suggest do not make any decision in life whenever you are hungry. Find time to eat first. Having a full tummy release happy hormones, which may help you become a better decision maker. We still have another question. Okay, from Jason. Question number 2. Sir, I cannot control myself whenever I'm angry. What should I do? Jason, try to review about the ABCD model or technique which I already gave you. It is very effective in dealing with extreme emotions. But to give you a piece of advice, whenever you feel so much emotion, have a deep breathing and go for a short walk. It's proven effective for you to gather your thoughts as well. Question number 3 from Hazel. Sir, I always feel sad without reason. Why does it happen? Okay, Hazel. Always remember, emotion are just passing by. Whenever you feel sad and having a down feeling, keep telling yourself that it's just an emotion. It will pass. And always keep on thinking about what you are thinking. What you think influence your feelings and actions. Do not be a victim of overthinking. But if still feeling of emptiness still persists, Please consult your guidance counselor and mental health professionals as they are capable of helping you. Hopefully, my dear Valenzuelanos, you will all feed the good wolves and win the battle inside you. If you have questions, you may ask your personal development teacher on your follow-up session regarding this topic. That's it for today's discussion. I hope that you learn a lot from our lesson. Do not forget to answer the activities on your learning packet. Stay at home and stay safe. Goodbye, my dear Valenzolanos!